Captain Jake Morrison stood on the bridge of the UE's Frontier and watched the stars through the main screen. His ship moved through space toward a system called Kepler 442, where his crew had found signs of smart life. Jake had been doing this job for 12 years, and he loved meeting new alien friends. Earth had made peace with many different species, and Jake hoped today would bring another new friendship. Dr. Lisa Brown worked at her science station behind Jake. She knew more about aliens than almost anyone in the human fleet. Lisa had helped make peace with 17 different alien groups, and she always found ways to talk with them, even when they looked very strange. She checked her equipment one more time and smiled at Jake. Commander Ryan Carter sat at the weapons station, but his guns were powered down. Ryan used to fight in wars, but now he helped keep peace. He did not like fighting anymore, and he hoped they would never need weapons again. His job was to protect the ship, but he much preferred making friends with aliens to shooting at them. The Frontier carried 43 crew members, and they were all excited about meeting new aliens. The ship had rooms full of gifts from Earth, and computers that could speak in many alien languages. Jake had done this many times before, and it always went the same way. They would say hello, share some gifts, learn about each other, and then both sides would be happy. Lisa looked up from her station and said the alien signals were getting stronger. Her computer showed there were definitely smart aliens in this system, and they had very good technology. The signals came from near a big gas planet that had many moons and rings around it. Lisa thought the aliens might live on one of those moons. Jake told his crew to start sending friendly messages in 40 different alien languages that humans knew. The messages said that humans came in peace and wanted to be friends. They sent pictures of Earth and its people and animals. They sent music and art and stories about how humans had made friends with other aliens. The messages went out in all directions, hoping the aliens would hear them and understand. For 3 hours, nothing happened. The Frontier moved closer to the gas planet and kept sending friendly messages. Lisa watched her screens for any answer from the aliens. Ryan kept his weapons off, but he watched the space around them just in case. Jake felt good about this mission because aliens usually answered their messages pretty quickly. Then everything went wrong in the worst way possible. The space around the gas planet suddenly filled with huge ships that seemed to be made of crystal. These ships were bigger than anything humans had ever built, and they appeared without any warning at all. Lisa counted more than 50 of the crystal ships, and they were all pointing at the Frontier. Jake tried to send more messages saying humans were peaceful, but the crystal ships did not answer. Instead, they powered up weapons that glowed with strange blue light. Ryan saw this on his screens and told Jake they needed to run away right now. The crystal ships were getting ready to attack, and the Frontier could not fight that many enemies. Before Jake could give orders to leave, the crystal ships started shooting. Blue beams of energy hit the Frontier from every direction, and the human ship shook like it was going to break apart. The lights went out on the bridge, and emergency alarms started making loud noises. Ryan fell from his chair, and Lisa screamed. As sparks flew from her station, Jake shouted orders to his crew to fire back and run away at the same time. The Frontier shot its small weapons at the crystal ships, but the beams just bounced off like they hit nothing at all. The alien ships kept shooting, and more blue beams cut through the human ship like it was made of paper. One of the alien beams cut right through the science deck where Lisa worked. She had just enough time to send all her information about the crystal aliens back to Earth before the beam hit her station. Lisa died trying to warn other humans about these dangerous new enemies. Half of Jake's crew died in the first few minutes of the attack. The Frontier was barely flying, and pieces of the ship were floating away into space. Jake used all the power he had left to make the ship jump into hyperspace and escape from the crystal aliens. The jump drive worked, but just barely. The Frontier appeared in empty space very far from the crystal aliens, but the ship was dying. Jake and the 20 people still alive worked hard to keep their ship flying long enough to get back to Earth. During the long trip Home Jake thought about what had happened. These crystal aliens had attacked without trying to talk first. They had not wanted to make friends or trade or learn about humans. They had just wanted to kill every human they could find. This was the first time humans had met aliens who only wanted to fight. When the broken frontier finally reached Earth, Jake sent his report to the government. He told them about the crystal aliens and how they had killed Lisa and half his crew without any warning. He said these aliens had weapons and ships much better than anything humans had. Most important, he said the crystal aliens were probably coming to attack Earth, and humans needed to get ready for the first real war they had fought in space. Admiral Kate Sullivan read Jake Morrison's report 3 times before she believed what it said. Kate had been in charge of human space defense for 8 years, and she had never seen anything like this. All the aliens humans had met before wanted to talk and make deals. These crystal aliens just wanted to kill humans, and that scared Kate more than anything else in her life. Kate called President Alex Johnson right away and told him about the crystal aliens. Alex had been president for only 2 years, and he had never dealt with a war. He listened to Kate's report and asked her what she thought would happen next. Kate told him the crystal aliens would probably attack. Earth and humans needed to get ready to fight for their lives. President Johnson told Kate to prepare all of Earth's defenses and call back every human ship in space. Kate started making plans to protect Earth, but she knew human weapons were not as good as the crystal alien weapons. She hoped maybe humans could win by being smarter instead of stronger. The crystal aliens did not wait long to attack. Only 4 weeks after Jake's ship came home, alien scout ships appeared at the edge of the solar system. These scouts were smaller than the big crystal ships, but they were still much bigger than human fighters. The scout ships started attacking human space stations and ships near the outer planets. Lieutenant Commander Danny Torres got the first call to fight the crystal aliens. Danny flew the newest human fighter called a Valkyrie, and he led a group of 12 other pilots to stop the alien scouts. Danny had been flying fighters for 6 years, and he thought he was pretty good at fighting in space. Danny and his pilots found 3 crystal scout ships near Jupiter and attacked them right away. The human fighters shot their best weapons at the crystal ships, but the energy beams just bounced off the alien hulls like they hit mirrors. The crystal ships turned toward the human fighters and shot back with their blue energy weapons. Pilot Officer Kelly Wright flew next to Danny, and she was his best friend in the fighter group. Kelly was a great pilot, and she had saved Danny's life twice in training accidents. When the crystal ships shot at them, Kelly tried to dodge, but the blue beam followed her fighter like it was alive. The beam hit Kelly's fighter, and her ship just disappeared in a bright flash of light. Danny screamed Kelly's name, but she was gone, and there was nothing left of her fighter. The other crystal ships kept shooting, and 2 more human fighters got destroyed. Danny told his remaining pilots to run away because their weapons could not hurt the aliens at all. Only 7 of the 12 human fighters made it back to their base. Danny's report made Admiral Sullivan very worried. Human fighters could not even scratch the crystal alien ships, and the alien weapons could destroy human ships with 1 shot. Kate realized that humans would lose every battle unless they found a way to make their weapons better. More crystal scout ships kept coming, and they attacked human bases all over the solar system. The aliens seemed to be learning how humans fought, and they got better at killing human ships every day. General Marcus Stone was Earth's best military planner, and he told Kate that fighting these aliens with normal tactics would not work. Crystal aliens sent bigger ships after the scouts. These ships were still smaller than the huge ships that attacked Jake's ship, but they were much bigger than human warships. The alien ships attacked the human base on Mars and destroyed it in less than 1 hour. 300 humans died, and the aliens did not lose a single ship. Kate tried everything she could think of to stop the crystal aliens. She sent groups of human ships to attack the aliens from different directions, but the alien ships always knew where the humans were coming from. She tried hiding human ships behind asteroids, but the aliens found them anyway. Every time humans tried something new. The aliens learned how to beat it. The worst part was that the crystal aliens never tried to talk to humans. Kate sent messages asking why they were attacking and what they wanted, but the aliens never answered. They just kept coming and shooting and killing humans wherever they found them. It was like the aliens thought humans were just bugs that needed to be stepped on. 3 months after the first attack, Admiral Sullivan's worst fears came true. Long-range sensors detected a huge fleet of crystal ships coming toward Earth. Kate counted over 200 of the big crystal warships, and they were all heading straight for the human home world. The main alien invasion force was finally coming. Kate ordered all human military ships to come back to Earth to defend their home. She also told all the civilian ships and space stations to evacuate people down to Earth where they might be safer. Kate knew that once the big crystal fleet arrived, humans would be fighting for the survival of their entire species. General Stone worked day and night to prepare Earth's defenses. He put weapons on every space station and asteroid base around Earth. He moved all the human warships into positions where they could protect the planet. Stone knew the humans were badly outnumbered, but he hoped they could make the aliens pay a high price for attacking Earth. President Johnson spoke to all humans on Earth and in space. He told them about the crystal aliens and how dangerous they were. He said humans had always been peaceful, but now they had to fight to protect their families and their world. Johnson promised that humans would never give up and would fight until the very end. Dr. Nathan Price was a scientist who worked with quantum physics, and he had been studying the information that Dr. Lisa Brown sent back before she died. Nathan found something very strange about the crystal aliens. Their ships seemed to be able to change the way their molecules were arranged, and that was why human weapons could not hurt them. Nathan thought maybe he could find a way to build weapons that could hurt the aliens. When the crystal alien fleet finally arrived at Earth, every human held their breath. The alien ships were beautiful and terrible at the same time. They looked like giant crystals floating in space, and they glowed with the same blue light as their weapons. Admiral Sullivan looked at the alien fleet and knew this would be the most important battle in human history. The crystal aliens did not wait or try to talk. They immediately started attacking everything human around Earth. The battle for humanity's survival had finally begun. The Battle of Luna started when 50 crystal alien ships attacked the moon where humans had their biggest military base. Colonel Ben Rodriguez was in charge of defending Armstrong Base, and he had 2,000 Marines under his command. Ben had fought in wars on Earth, but he had never seen enemies like these crystal aliens who seemed impossible to kill. The alien ships landed near Armstrong Base and opened up like giant flowers. Out came the strangest soldiers Ben had ever seen. These aliens were 10 feet tall and looked like they were made of the same blue crystal as their ships. They moved very fast, and human bullets bounced off them like they bounced off the alien ships. Ben realized his Marines were in serious trouble. Ben told his Marines to fall back into the underground tunnels of Armstrong Base. The base had been built deep under the moon's surface to protect it from meteor impacts, and now those tunnels were the only safe place to hide from the crystal soldiers. Ben's Marines fought hard, but their weapons could barely slow down the alien soldiers. Sergeant First Class Amy Davis was Ben's best soldier, and she volunteered to hold the main tunnel while other Marines evacuated civilians from the base. Amy set up heavy machine guns and rocket launchers, but even those big weapons did not stop the crystal soldiers. The aliens just walked through the explosions and kept coming toward her position. Amy knew she could not stop the aliens with normal weapons, so she decided to do something very dangerous. She ran to the base's main power plant where the fusion reactor provided energy for the whole facility. Amy started overloading the reactor to make it explode like a bomb. She knew this would kill her, but it might also destroy many of the crystal soldiers. The fusion reactor exploded just as the crystal soldiers reached Amy's position. The blast was so powerful that it shook the entire moon and destroyed half of Armstrong Base. Amy died in the explosion, but she took 50 crystal soldiers with her. Her sacrifice gave the other Marines time to escape through the emergency tunnels. Ben and his remaining Marines kept fighting as they retreated through the Moon's underground passages. The crystal soldiers followed them and seemed to know exactly where the humans were hiding. Ben started to think these aliens could somehow share information with each other, like they were all connected to the same mind dot back on Earth. Dr. Nathan Price worked frantically in his laboratory trying to understand how the crystal aliens could make human weapons useless. Nathan had been studying quantum physics for 15 years, and he thought the aliens were using some kind of dimensional technology. Nathan believed the aliens could shift their molecules into a different dimension when human weapons tried to hit them. Nathan's breakthrough came when he was studying the sensor data from Jake Morrison's ship. The Frontier had recorded everything during the first alien attack, and Nathan found something very interesting in the data. For just a few seconds. During the battle, one alien ship had become solid and human weapons had actually damaged it. Nathan realized that aliens could not stay in their shifted dimension all the time. Nathan started working on a new kind of weapon that could affect things in multiple dimensions at once. He called it a quantum disruptor, and it used the same kind of energy that powered humans faster than light travel. Nathan thought these weapons might be able to hurt the crystal aliens, even when they were dimension shifted. Jake Morrison had recovered from his injuries, and Admiral Sullivan gave him command of 5 experimental ships equipped with Nathan's quantum disruptor weapons. Jake's new ship was called the UES Vengeance, and it was built specifically to fight the crystal aliens. Jake knew the quantum disruptors were dangerous and untested, but they were humanity's only hope. The crystal aliens started their main attack on Earth while Jake was still testing his new weapons. Major Linda Parker coordinated Earth's defense from deep underground bunkers that were built to survive nuclear war. Linda watched on her screens as alien ships destroyed human space stations and satellites around Earth. The aliens were clearing away all of Earth's defenses before they attacked the planet itself. Admiral Kate Sullivan commanded the orbital defense from her flagship, the UES Defiance. Kate had gathered every human warship she could find and positioned them between Earth and the alien fleet. Kate knew her ships could not win a normal battle against the aliens, but she hoped they could buy time for Jake Morrison to test his quantum weapons. The first big space battle happened when 20 crystal alien ships attacked Kate's defensive line. Human ships fired thousands of missiles and energy beams at the aliens, but nothing worked. The alien ships just floated through the human attacks and started destroying Kate's fleet with their blue energy weapons. Kate watched in horror as ship after ship exploded under alien fire. Just when it looked like Kate's fleet would be completely destroyed, Jake Morrison arrived with his experimental ships. Jake's used Vengeance fired its quantum disruptor at the nearest alien ship, and something amazing happened. The blue crystal ship flickered, and then pieces of it started disappearing like they were being erased from reality. The alien ship tried to return fire, but half of its weapons were gone. Jake's other experimental ships also fired their quantum disruptors, and more alien ships started breaking apart. For the first time since the war began, human weapons were actually hurting the crystal aliens. Kate's surviving ships cheered when they saw alien ships being destroyed, but Jake knew the quantum weapons were very dangerous. 2 of his experimental ships had blown up when their quantum disruptors overloaded. The crystal aliens seemed confused. When their ships started getting destroyed, they pulled back from the battle and regrouped near Earth's moon. Dr. Nathan Price studied the battle recordings and realized something very important. When Jake's weapons destroyed an alien ship, all the other alien ships in the area had stopped moving for exactly 4.7 seconds. Nathan thought this meant the aliens were all connected to each other somehow. Nathan called Admiral Sullivan and told her his theory. He thought the crystal aliens were like a hive mind where all the individual aliens shared the same thoughts and memories. When one alien died, it sent shock waves through their entire mental network. Nathan believed this was why the aliens were so good at adapting to human tactics, but it might also be their weakness. Kate realized that humans did not need to destroy the entire alien fleet. If they could damage the alien hive mind network, they might be able to confuse or disable all the aliens at once. Kate ordered Jake Morrison to target alien communication ships instead of trying to destroy the biggest alien warships. The battle for Earth was just beginning, but for the first time, humans had weapons that could hurt their enemies and a plan that might actually work. Captain Jake Morrison led his squadron of quantum-armed ships toward the largest crystal alien vessel he could find. This ship was 3 times bigger than any human warship, and it seemed to be giving orders to all the other alien ships in the area. Jake thought this might be one of the communication ships that Dr. Nathan Price wanted him to target. Jake's ship UES Vengeance fired its quantum disruptor at the giant alien vessel. The weapon worked exactly like it had before, and pieces of the crystal ship started disappearing into other dimensions. But this time something different happened. When the big alien ship started breaking apart, every single crystal ship within 1,000 miles suddenly stopped moving and their blue lights went out. The moment lasted exactly 4.7 seconds. Just like Nathan had predicted. Then all the alien ships started moving again, but they seemed confused and they were not working together like before. Some alien ships flew in circles and others just drifted through space. Jake realized they had hurt the alien hive mind by destroying one of their important ships. Dr. Nathan Price watched the battle from his laboratory on Earth and got very excited when he saw what happened. Nathan now knew for sure that the crystal aliens shared a mental network, and destroying key ships could disrupt their ability to think and work together. Nathan started working on a new weapon that could attack the alien network directly. Instead of just destroying ships, Nathan discovered that the alien hive mind used quantum entanglement to connect all their individual minds across vast distances. This was very advanced technology that humans did not fully understand, but Nathan thought he could build weapons to interfere with the quantum signals. He called these new weapons quantum jammers, and he hoped they could confuse the aliens even more. Commander Elena Hayes became Jake Morrison's new tactical officer after his previous officer died in the battle for Luna. Elena was very smart, and she understood how to use Nathan's discoveries to fight the aliens better. Elena developed new battle plans that focused on disrupting alien coordination instead of trying to destroy every single alien ship. Elena's first plan worked perfectly. She had Jake's squadron target 3 alien communication ships at the same time using quantum disruptors. When all 3 ships were destroyed together, the entire alien fleet in Earth orbit stopped working for almost 30 seconds. During that time, Admiral Kate Sullivan's remaining ships destroyed dozens of confused alien vessels. The crystal aliens tried to adapt to the human tactics like they had done before, but this time humans were adapting faster. Pilot Commander Steve Walsh led a new group of human fighter pilots who flew ships equipped with Nathan's quantum jammers. These jammers could not destroy alien ships, but they could make the aliens confused and unable to coordinate their attacks. Steve and his pilots flew right into the middle of alien formations and activated their quantum jammers. The alien ships would suddenly start flying in random directions and shooting at each other instead of at the human ships. Steve's fighters were small and fast enough to escape before the aliens figured out what was happening to them. General Marcus Stone coordinated a major attack on the alien base that had been built on Mars. Stone had been planning this attack for weeks, and he wanted to test whether quantum weapons would work on the ground as well as in space. Stone put Colonel Patricia Lee in charge of the ground assault and gave her quantum disruptor artillery to use against alien fortifications. The attack on Mars was humanity's first major offensive operation since the war began. Patricia's ground forces landed on Mars in stealth transports and set up their quantum artillery on high ground overlooking the alien base. When Patricia gave the order to fire, the quantum disruptors tore huge holes in the crystal alien fortifications. The crystal soldiers defending the base were just as confused as their ships had been. Without their hive mind network working properly, the individual aliens did not know how to fight effectively. Patricia's Marines advanced quickly and captured most of the alien base before the aliens could organize a proper defense. The victory on Mars proved that humans could beat the crystal aliens in ground combat as well as space battles. More importantly, it showed that the aliens were not unbeatable. When their hive mind network was disrupted, they became much weaker and easier to defeat. This gave hope to humans all over Earth who had been afraid they would lose the war. Dr. Nathan Price made another important discovery while studying captured alien technology from the Mars base. Nathan learned that the alien quantum entanglement network had specific frequencies and patterns that he could copy. Nathan realized he might be able to build devices that could send false signals into the alien network and make them even more confused. Nathan worked with Commander Elena Hayes to develop quantum virus programs that could infiltrate the alien hive mind like computer viruses. These programs would make the aliens receive wrong information and give wrong orders to their ships and soldiers. Nathan thought these quantum viruses might be able to turn the alien hive mind against itself. The first test of Nathan's quantum virus happened during a battle near Jupiter, where a large group of alien ships was attacking human mining stations. Elena uploaded the virus into an alien communication ship using a plugin. Uploaded the virus into an alien communication ship using a polycadonide quantum disruptor that had been modified to carry data instead of just destroying things. The virus spread through the alien network in seconds. The results were even better than Nathan had hoped. The infected alien ships started attacking each other because the virus made them think other alien ships were actually human vessels. Within an hour, the entire alien battle group had destroyed itself without any human ships firing a shot. Elena and Nathan realized they had found a way to make the aliens' greatest strength into their greatest weakness. Captain Lucy Martinez commanded a strike force that hunted down alien ships that had been cut off from the hive mind network. These isolated alien vessels fought with desperate fury, but they could not coordinate with other ships or call for help. Lucy's ships could defeat them one at a time using standard human tactics. Admiral Kate Sullivan planned a major counterattack against the main alien fleet that was still orbiting Earth. Kate now had quantum disruptors, quantum jammers, and quantum viruses to use against the aliens. She also had battle plans developed by Elena Hayes that focused on disrupting the alien network before destroying their ships. The Battle of Earth's final defense lasted for 2 days, and it was the biggest space battle in human history. Kate's fleet attacked the alien ships in waves, with each wave targeting different parts of the alien network. The aliens tried to fight back, but their coordination was completely broken by the quantum attacks. For the first time since the war began, more alien ships were destroyed than human ships. The crystal aliens finally retreated from Earth orbit and regrouped near the edge of the solar system. Admiral Sullivan had won humanity's first major victory in the war and proven that the aliens could be beaten. Admiral Kate Sullivan stood in the command center on Earth and looked at the star maps showing where crystal alien ships were located throughout the galaxy. The aliens had retreated from Earth, but they still controlled many star systems and were probably building more ships to attack humans again. Kate knew humans needed to take the fight to the aliens before they could recover from their defeats. Kate planned Operation Prometheus, which would send human fleets deep into alien territory to attack their supply lines and communication networks. Captain Jake Morrison would lead the main strike force with his squadron of quantum-armed ships. The goal was to destroy alien bases and disrupt their hive mind network so badly that they could not coordinate any more attacks on human space. Jake's fleet included 20 ships equipped with quantum disruptors and quantum jammers. Each ship also carried several of Dr. Nathan Price's quantum virus programs that could infect alien networks and turn their own technology against them. Jake felt confident about this mission because humans finally had weapons that could hurt the crystal aliens. Dr. Nathan Price had been working day and night to improve his quantum virus programs. Nathan discovered that he could reverse engineer the alien quantum entanglement technology to create viruses that were even more effective. These new viruses could not only confuse the aliens, but could actually take control of their ships and make them follow human commands. Nathan worked closely with Commander Elena Hayes to develop battle plans that use quantum viruses as the primary weapon. Elena realized that instead of destroying alien ships, humans could capture them and use them against other aliens. This would let humans turn the aliens' superior technology against themselves. The first deep space raid, led by Jake Morrison, targeted an alien supply depot in the Centauri system. Jake's ships jumped into the system and immediately launched quantum virus attacks against the alien facilities. The viruses spread through the alien network faster than the aliens could respond, and soon human commanders were controlling dozens of alien ships and stations. Jake watched in amazement as alien supply ships started attacking their own bases under human control. The captured alien vessels had much better weapons than human ships, and they quickly destroyed the entire alien supply network in the system. Jake's fleet captured huge amounts of alien technology and equipment without losing a single human ship. Success at Centauri proved that Elena's tactics worked perfectly. Human fleets began launching similar raids throughout alien territory, and the results were always the same. The quantum viruses would infect the alien hive mind, and humans would gain control of alien ships and bases. The aliens seemed unable to defend against this kind of attack. Dr. Nathan Price made his most important discovery when he learned to completely reverse engineer alien quantum entanglement technology. Nathan could now build machines that worked exactly like the alien hive mind network, but under human control. This meant humans could create their own version of the alien mental network and use it to coordinate their forces better. Nathan's breakthrough came at exactly the right time. The crystal aliens attempted one final massive assault on the Titan mining colonies where humans produced fuel for their spaceships. The alien attack force included over 100 ships, and it was the largest group of aliens humans had seen since the Battle of Earth. Major Rick Foster commanded the defense of Titan with only 30 human ships and a few orbital defense platforms. Rick knew his small force could not defeat the aliens in a normal battle, but Dr. Nathan Price had given him a special quantum virus that was designed to take control of entire alien fleets at once. Rick just had to get close enough to upload the virus into the alien command ship. The Battle of Titan started badly for the humans. The alien fleet attacked with overwhelming force and destroyed most of Rick's orbital defenses in the first hour. Rick's ships fought bravely, but they were badly outnumbered, and several human vessels were destroyed by alien fire. Rick realized he had only one chance to upload Nathan's virus before his entire force was wiped out. Rick flew his own ship directly toward the largest alien vessel, which seemed to be the command ship for the entire fleet. Alien ships shot at Rick from every direction, but he dodged their fire and activated every defensive system his ship had. Rick's ship was badly damaged, but he managed to get close enough to fire a quantum disruptor loaded with Nathan's special virus. The virus uploaded into the alien command ship and spread through their entire network in seconds. Rick watched in amazement as every single alien ship in the battle suddenly stopped attacking humans and started attacking each other instead. The virus had convinced the alien hive mind that all their own ships were actually human vessels that needed to be destroyed. The alien fleet destroyed itself completely within 2 hours. Over 100 crystal alien ships fired at each other until none of them were left. Rick's remaining human ships did not fire a single shot during the final phase of the battle. The aliens had been defeated entirely by their own weapons under the control of a human. Computer virus. Captain Lucy Martinez led human strike forces that hunted down the scattered alien ships that had been cut off from the main hive mind network. These isolated aliens fought with desperate courage, but they could not coordinate with each other or call for reinforcements. Lucy's ships destroyed them one by one using standard human weapons and tactics. Admiral Kate Sullivan realized that the crystal aliens were completely dependent on their hive mind network and could not function effectively without it. Every human attack on their quantum entanglement system made them weaker and more confused. Kate decided to launch a final assault on the alien homeworld where their main network computers were probably located. Human intelligence. Teams led by Colonel Sandra Bell had been studying captured alien equipment, and they found star charts showing the location of the alien homeworld. The planet was called Vega Prime, and it was deep in alien territory surrounded by automated defense systems that had protected it for thousands of years. Kate planned the largest human military operation in history to attack Vega Prime. She would send every available human ship equipped with quantum weapons to assault the alien homeworld. The goal was to destroy the main hive mind network computers and end the aliens' ability to coordinate their forces forever. Captain Jake Morrison volunteered to lead the assault fleet, even though everyone knew it would be the most dangerous mission humans had ever attempted. Jake's fleet included 50 ships with quantum disruptors, quantum jammers, and the most advanced quantum virus programs that Nathan Price had created. Jake knew many of his ships would not survive the mission, but he was determined to end the war. Dr. Nathan Price gave Jake a final weapon that he had been working on in secret. This quantum virus was designed to permanently sever the alien hive mind network and reduce the crystal aliens to individual beings without their collective intelligence. Nathan warned Jake that using this weapon would essentially destroy the alien civilization, but it might be the only way to guarantee that they could never threaten humans again. As Jake's fleet prepared to jump to Vega Prime, everyone knew this would be the final battle of the war. Either humans would destroy the alien hive mind completely, or the aliens would destroy the human assault fleet and probably launch a new attack on Earth. The survival of both species would be decided at Vega Prime. Captain Jake Morrison's assault fleet jumped into the Vega system and immediately faced the most impressive sight any human had ever seen. The alien homeworld was a massive crystal planet that glowed with blue light and was surrounded by thousands of automated defense platforms. The planet itself seemed to be alive, and Jake could see energy flowing through crystal formations that covered its entire surface. Dr. Nathan Price traveled with Jake's fleet because the final quantum virus weapon needed his personal attention to work properly. Nathan looked at the alien homeworld and felt both amazed and terrified. This planet was the heart of the crystal alien civilization, and destroying it would end their ability to threaten humans, but it would also destroy a form of life that had existed for millions of years: the automated defense platforms around Vega. Prime detected Jake's fleet immediately and began firing with weapons even more powerful than the ones on alien ships. Jake's vessels activated their quantum jammers and disruptors, but the defense platforms seemed to be immune to the quantum attacks that had worked so well against alien ships. Commander Elena Hayes studied the defense platforms from her position on Jake's flagship and realized they were not connected to main alien hive mind network. These platforms were independent machines that could not be infected with quantum viruses or confused by quantum jammers. Elena told Jake that his fleet would have to fight through the defenses using conventional weapons and tactics. The Battle of Vega Prime began with the largest space battle in galactic history. Jake's 50 ships attacked thousands of alien defense platforms in a desperate assault that lasted for 18 hours. Human ships used every weapon they had and fought with incredible courage, but the odds against them seemed impossible. Admiral Kate Sullivan had sent her best captains with Jake, and they proved their worth in the battle. Captain Lucy Martinez led a squadron that broke through the outer defense ring and cleared a path for the main assault force. Colonel Sandra Bell commanded a group of ships that targeted the alien communication networks to prevent them from calling for reinforcements. Human fleet lost half their ships in the first 12 hours of battle, but they kept fighting toward the Crystal Planet. Jake realized that many of his friends would die before this battle ended, but humans had come too far to give up now. The survival of humanity depended on destroying the alien hive mind network, and Jake was determined to complete the mission. Dr. Nathan Price prepared his final quantum virus weapon as Jake's remaining ships approached Vega Prime. The virus was designed to permanently destroy the alien quantum entanglement network and separate every crystal alien into an individual consciousness. Nathan had built the weapon to be absolutely effective, but now he was having doubts about using it. Nathan realized that destroying the alien hive mind would be like lobotomizing an entire species. The crystal aliens would lose their collective intelligence and become simple individual creatures without the mental abilities that made them advanced. Nathan wondered if humans had the right to destroy another form of consciousness, even if that consciousness had tried to destroy humanity. Commander Elena Hayes led the final assault on the planet's quantum communication core while Jake's fleet fought off the remaining defense platforms. Elena's ships had to fly through intense energy fields that surrounded the planet, and several vessels were destroyed by crystal formations that shot up from the surface like giant spears. Elena's assault team reached the main quantum network facility, which was a massive crystal structure at the planet's north pole. The facility was protected by thousands of crystal alien soldiers, but Elena's Marines had quantum disruptor weapons that could hurt the aliens even on their home world. The battle for the network facility was fierce, and many humans died fighting through the crystal corridors. Just as Elena's team reached the main network computers, Jake Morrison made contact with Admiral Sullivan on Earth. Jake told Kate that they were ready to upload Nathan's final virus and destroy the alien hive mind forever. Jake asked Kate for final permission to use the weapon that would end the war but also destroy an entire civilization. Admiral Sullivan gave Jake permission to use any weapon necessary to protect humanity, but she told him the final decision was his to make. Kate said that humans had not wanted this war, but they had to finish it in whatever way would keep humanity safe. Jake realized that the most important decision in human history was now his responsibility. Dr. Nathan Price looked at his quantum virus weapon and thought about what would happen when he activated it. The virus would spread through the alien network in seconds and permanently separate every crystal alien from their collective consciousness. The aliens would survive as individuals, but they would lose everything that made them an advanced civilization. At the moment when Elena's team was ready to upload the virus, Nathan made a different choice. Instead of using the weapon that would destroy the alien hive mind forever, Nathan uploaded a modified virus that would temporarily disconnect the network for exactly 1 hour. During that hour, every crystal alien would experience individual consciousness for the first time in their species history. The modified virus worked perfectly, and the entire alien quantum network shut down across the galaxy. For 1 hour, millions of crystal aliens experienced what it was like to be alone in their own minds, without the constant presence of their collective consciousness. Many aliens were terrified by the experience, but others found it fascinating and wonderful. When the network reconnected after 1 hour, everything had changed. The crystal aliens who had experienced individual consciousness could now understand that other species might also have individual minds. For the first time, the aliens realized that humans were not just simple creatures, but were actually intelligent beings with their own thoughts and feelings. The first communication from the aliens came within minutes of their network reconnecting. The crystal aliens sent a message asking humans to stop fighting and requesting peace talks. They explained that they had never understood that humans could be truly intelligent individuals rather than a hive mind like themselves. The hour of separation had taught them that consciousness could exist in forms they had never imagined. Captain Jake Morrison received the alien peace request and immediately ordered all human ships to stop shooting. Jake sent a message back to The aliens saying that humans wanted peace and had never wanted to fight this war. Jake said humans would be happy to talk about ending the fighting and learning to understand each other. The war ended not with humanity's total victory over a defeated enemy, but with the first real understanding between two completely different forms of life. Beyond Nathan Price's decision to show the aliens individual consciousness instead of destroying their collective mind had opened the door to peace that neither species had thought possible. Jake Morrison was promoted to admiral and given command of the first joint human and crystal alien exploration mission. The former enemies worked together to explore parts of the galaxy that neither species had seen before. Jake found it strange to serve alongside aliens who had tried to kill him, but he learned that individual crystal aliens could be just as curious and peaceful as humans. Dr. Nathan Price worked with a crystal alien individual who called itself Unity, who stands alone to develop new technology that combine human and alien science. Together they created devices that allow both species to better understand the nature of consciousness and intelligence in all its possible forms. The final scene of the war showed a new fleet launching from Earth with crews of both humans and crystal aliens heading toward the center of the galaxy. Long-range sensors had detected signs of other ancient civilizations, and both species wanted to explore these new worlds together. The war had taught both humans and aliens that the universe was vast enough for many different forms of consciousness to coexist and thrive together.